Hey guys, Brian O'Day, Executive Director of the Praetorian Project, and we are here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I'm joined by Jonathan Baggett and John Tollison. John, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yep, I'm John Tollison, one of the church planting pastors for the future Pillar Church of Fayetteville. Happy to be here. Been sent out from Pillar Church of Topsail, where I was a staff elder there for a couple of years, and so moved here in October. Glad to be here.
Yeah, awesome. And Jonathan Baggett, you're a Fayetteville native, huh?
That's right, born and raised.
All right, and you're looking to plant a church here in Fayetteville where you've been born and raised.
Yes.
Awesome. Both these guys, both of these guys are actually reservists in the military. John spent a stint active duty Marine, now a reserve Marine, and Jonathan is a reserve Army chaplain. Okay, so what is the significance of why we're here in Fayetteville? Why is Praetorian Project seeing a new church planted in Fayetteville, North Carolina?
We're just outside of Fort Liberty. In fact, we're about 9 minutes from the gate from where we stand.
What direction is like a gate?
Yeah, the main gate is just behind us.
Just behind us.
Yeah. Fayetteville is affectionately known as the center of the military universe, with over 53,000 active duty service members, 100,000 veterans. We've got 5 major commands here for the Army, and so it's very strategic because we see this as an opportunity to disciple these highly transient service members, but also to plant more churches. And so with these highly capable leaders that are here, we want to train and equip so that we can send out to do that somewhere else.
Praise God. Man, that's awesome. So, John, we are here. We got a coming soon sign behind us. You guys have actually been donated a church property, and we're standing on that, like Jonathan said, just a couple miles away. The sign says coming soon. Like, what is soon? When are we going to kick this thing off? What's going on now in the life of the church?
That's right, yeah. So we plan to launch, and that means start Sunday services.
Public Sunday gatherings.
Yeah, right. Yeah, as a church, like kind of your normal weekly church gatherings on Easter Sunday of 2025. So coming up in April, that's the first Sunday gathering we're going to do. Up until that point, we are gathering. We have a growing, numerically growing and spiritually growing group of people. We're meeting every week now on Sunday evenings to spend time in fellowship and in the Word and in preparation for launch.
We're here at this property that you guys have gotten, and I know you've had some teams that have come and helped you paint walls. Our church in Jacksonville drove over, and we were painting walls, and people were doing some different things, helping to clean out some things. But for folks that are watching, how can they tangibly help you guys?
As we're preparing to do that, there's about $23,000 in one-time startup costs that would prepare us well for Resurrection Sunday. In addition to that, just looking at 2025 and being who we believe God's called us to be, as we're thinking about like monthly expenses to do that, we're about $4,500 a month in need.
Okay.
That we are in need of raising for that preferred future.
Yeah, that is awesome. So, that the number's that low, but also that there's an opportunity for lots more people to jump in. $4,500 a month. The cool thing is for church plants, when you invest in a church plant, you're investing for ideally 3 to 5 years. And then they don't need external support anymore because, Lord willing, there will be a church here of people who are joyfully giving to the Lord of their tithes and their offerings. But what we have the opportunity externally to do is to invest in this work to make sure that there's a gospel presence here on this street corner for the next several decades where disciples are being made, and those disciples are making disciples, and churches are being planted, and those churches are planting churches. Like, we get to invest in that, and that just continues to yield fruit for decades to come. And so if you're watching this, I encourage you to, number one, stop and pray for this church. Pray for John Tollison. Pray for Jonathan Baggett. Pray for their families. Pray for the future Pillar Church of Fayetteville and the core team that's being raised up. And I want to encourage you to consider giving to into this church plant, that you would invest some of your resources in what God is doing here so that this church can start well, and that you could be a part of what God is doing here. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys taking some time with us today, and we just look forward to what's going to happen. Love you guys.